You said computer science it is. Hey Ninja Warriors, welcome to yet another power-packed session, and in today's session we are going to discuss most important questions from the subject computer science for your midterm second year PUC examination. Okay, so you must be thinking that ma'am, you teach maths, how come you're starting and how come you're teaching computer science? So let me just give a brief introduction. For all of those who are coming for the very first time on this channel or watching my session for the very first time. So here is my introduction. My name is Namrata and I have over more than 10 years of teaching experience in both online and offline. These are my credentials, but what is missing from here is one thing which not many people know. So before working in teaching industry, I used to work for a reputed software development firm. I used to code there. I used to train the junior coders. I used to maintain the complete team structure, and yeah, I used to have a lot of fun. And at that time, little did I know that I'll be helping my upcoming students for their computer science examination as well. So yes, here it is. So without any further ado, let's start. So this is the blueprint of your computer science midterm syllabus. So we can clearly see that till here, okay, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 chapters, as you guys told me that ma'am, 9 chapters are coming in midterm, where I can see that the high weightage chapter is first one. Boolean algebra is high weightage. Then we are having data structure is again 14 mark question from this, and yes, again I guess constructor and destructors is again a high weightage chapter, I would say, right? Data structure is also high weightage. Yes, so many high weightage chapters are here. The syllabus I realized that syllabus is not very small. It is very huge syllabus you have to cover. So I'll try to cover important questions in this session, but by the end of this session, here is the good news. Here is the surprise. By the end of this session, I'll be sharing chapter-wise important question so that it will help you in your self-study also. Okay, so stay tuned till the end. Okay, so now let us discuss a few questions from the important questions, and I'll be sharing you all the question bank which are important. Okay, all right. Okay. So the very first question is from logic gate. Okay, first question says that explain XOR or XOR gate, also you say XOR gate. So XOR gate means exclusively OR gate. Okay, so there is some structure while writing the answer of this question. It depends upon the marking scheme also, whether this question they are asking in 5 mark, whether this question they are asking in 2 marks. Okay, so I'll be telling you the complete 5 mark question, how to write if this has been asked in 5 mark, and then accordingly you can plan. If it is asked in 2 marks, you know how to do the cut short thing. Okay, all right. So XOR gate. So I told you that while explaining a gate, there are a few, there is some structure that you have to follow. Ma'am, what structure? What are you telling us? What is that structure? So basically, there are like a few things, 4 things that you have to mention. Number first is what is XOR gate. First thing you have to write. Okay, then you have to write the logical formula of that gate. Second thing. Third thing, you have to write the expression, Boolean expression equivalent to that gate that explains the whole truth table, and then you have to write truth table of that gate. Okay, so 4 things if you write, you will sure get full marks. So this is how you write the XOR gate. I have written a beautiful answer just for you. So this is the explanation. What is exactly the XOR gate? XOR gate is the logic gate. This is a logic gate which gives high output. What is high output, ma'am? High output means 1 and low output means 0. Okay, so the logic gates will give high output, that is, it will give 1 when the given input are dissimilar. So basically, when the given inputs are dissimilar, is called as XOR gate. Okay, so what they are saying is you will get 1 when the inputs, basically two inputs you have to give. If both the inputs are dissimilar, then you will get high output. If both the inputs are similar, then you will get low output. Didn't get it? Hold on, I'll explain you. After that, you have to give logical diagram. So this is how your XOR gate looks like. Okay, so if this symbol anybody is saying this is XOR gate, so you will be like alert. Okay, I don't have to speak XOR gate. This diagram itself is telling that okay, this is XOR gate. So here there are two inputs, okay, and then like this, and this is the like circular shaped thing, and this will give you output. Okay, and how to write the expression for XOR gate? This is the Boolean expression, A plus, and there is a circle on that, plus B. A plus B. Right now, ma'am, we don't know what is this plus and circle. We just know plus, minus, multiply, divide. What is this new symbol which they are saying? So A plus circle and B means this. Understand? A B bar plus A bar B. A B bar plus A bar B. This is the Boolean expression. Okay. So definition, logic diagram, Boolean expression, and now here comes the truth table. If you write everything like this, you will get sure shot 5 marks. Now as per the definition, if you will get 1 if the inputs are not same, basically. So inputs are not same, 0 and 1. One input is 0, other is 1. So you will get 1, high output. Same, 1, 0, so you will get high output. Otherwise, you will get 0. Because here the inputs are similar. So you will get low output. Inputs are similar, low output. This is how your truth table is. Okay. So this is how you will explain the XOR gate. Now, similarly, if they will ask you XNOR gate. Okay, XNOR gate. Now you know the structure. That okay. So first of all, you have to define what is XNOR gate. Now XOR and XNOR are opposite to each other. So you will be understanding it better. And then again logic diagram and so. Okay, so there is actually a little difference in XOR and XNOR gate. I'll go back, I'll show you. Yes. So XNOR gate, it is also known as exclusive NOR. Okay. So clearly the logical diagram, if you will see, logical diagram is just having this extra bubble. Okay. So if I compare it with XOR gate, there was no bubble. But if I just look at the XNOR gate, there is a bubble. What does that mean? That means the outputs will be inverted. Hold on, let me tell you how. First of all, let us understand the definition. So XNOR gate results in high output when both inputs are same this time. So this time, truth table, when there is 0, 0, that means if both are same, you will get 1. If both are 1, you will get 1. Otherwise, you will get 0. I guess the truth table is clear to you. The diagram also, there is a bubble over here. It is also clear to you. And how do you write? So it is y is equals to A dot and then circle B. Okay. What does that mean, ma'am? We don't understand this. So it is actually this, y equals to, the output is AB plus A bar B bar. Okay. This is how your basically y is equals to AB plus A bar B bar looks like. I guess both the gates are clear, and specifically if they will ask you AND gate or gate, okay, then you will be able to write. The structure of writing is clear. So this is how you have to write. You have to mention that, okay, truth table, logic diagram, Boolean expression, and the explanation part. Now, ma'am, okay, now you have done both the gates. Now what is there in your plate? Okay, so from the chapter Boolean algebra, we have this question, very popular question, wherein they ask that prove algebraically that this is equals to this. Okay, so we have to prove it. Okay, all right. So first of all, let me just write, prove that. So x plus y and x plus z. So I have considered LHS. Okay. Now what I'll be doing is I'll be just doing multiplication. Please understand that this is a little bit similar to mathematics, similar to mathematics but not exactly same. So there are a few dissimilarities, I would say, that I will be telling you what and where exactly you should see the dissimilarity. Okay, so this time the normal maths you can apply, just multiply x multiply x, x multiply z, x z, plus yx and yz. Okay, now x multiply x will result in x. This is what your idempotent law is. This is your idempotent law. Idempotent law. But you will be wondering, ma'am, like why x multiply x is x square in mathematics? Why it is x multiply x is x? So basically in Boolean algebra now, we deal with 0 and 1 only. If something is 0, then it's fine. If something is 1, so basically 1 multiply 1 is what? 1 only. 0 multiply 0 is 0 only. That's why. So here the x, y and z, all three things can only take 0 or 1. So keeping that in mind, so even if you're saying x multiply x is x square, now you just tell me if x is 0, you will get 0 square. 0 square is 0 only. So why to write square, right? So x multiply x is x plus xz plus yx plus yz. Okay. Now same, you can take common. This will help you. Definitely any expression you will get, you will be able to prove if you understand this nicely, and De Morgan's law as well. So this is my homework from my side. Prove De Morgan's law after you understand this. Okay. So x plus xz, yx plus yz. Now club them together. Okay, club them together. And now what you need to do is x you can take common. This is 1 plus z plus y you can take common, x plus z. Okay, all right. Now 1 plus z. So basically 1 plus z will result in 1 only. How come, ma'am? Now this is something new. 1 plus z is 1. See, understand again. In case z can be either 0 or 1, right? In case z is 0, then to ma'am it's fine. You're absolutely correct. If your z is 0, I mean 0 means low input and 1 is high output. Okay. So basically if z is 0, then ma'am you are correct. But if z is 1, 1 plus 1 is what? 2 you will say. Okay. So 2 is nothing. If there is something, that means it will be 1 only, high output. It will be considered as high. So we'll only talk about high or low, yes or no. Okay, you can say high or low, yes or no, true or false. Okay, it cannot be 0, 1, 2, 3. No, that maths is high level maths. This is low level maths, you can say. Okay, so again 1 plus z will be 1, x dot 1 plus, this is again same thing, I guess. This should be like exactly same, yx plus, because this is not giving me anything. So this is yx plus yz. All right. Okay. Now this is x dot 1. I can write it as just x plus yx plus yz. Just that. Definitely, right? And now I can take x common. So 1 plus y, that will be x plus yz. Okay. And next, now 1 plus y will become what? 1 only. So this is what? Y plus yz. Okay. Y plus x. Sorry, this is x is common. Oops. Yes. X. So this is 1. So 1 dot x plus yz. And can you see? Bingo, 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 bingo. Hence proved, my dear students. Hence proved. Okay, all right. A few things you have to write. Idempotent law, and whenever you write this, whenever you write 1 plus z is equals to 1, this is property of 0 and 1. Property of 0 and 1. So here also you have used it. So by property of 0 and 1. So this is how you will prove this algebraically. Again, 4 marks, 3 marks question you can get from this. Okay, I guess if you have understood this, now you can just go and understand De Morgan's law, prove it, and yeah, write in the comment section if you are still facing any difficulties. Okay, all right, now the next problem is from object-oriented programming. Although object-oriented programming is a whole big chapter, but the best question, the most popular question from this will be explain the advantages and disadvantages of object-oriented programming, number 1, or they can ask you explain the limitations of object-oriented programming. Okay, so before actually getting just right into the question, let me just give you a brief overview of object-oriented programming. So yes, the advantages and I told you now these two questions, advantage, disadvantage, or limitation of oops. Okay, so now first of all, let us understand what is object-oriented programming. So object-oriented programming is basically consist of, it is not like one statement thing that in one statement I'll be able to explain you. There are many terminologies associated with object-oriented programming. Let me just tell you about those terminologies: objects, class, methods, then it is inheritance, encapsulation, abstraction, polymorphism. Okay, so these are basically the building blocks of object-oriented programming. If you want to understand, if at all you know, like not at all understand what is OOP, you don't understand anything, let me just tell you. So basically, first of all, procedural oriented programming came into the picture. Ma'am, what is procedural oriented programming? So procedural oriented means just like your mathematics, right? So procedural oriented is just say, for example, if I give you a question, solve 2 equations in 2 variables, simple 9th 10th class problem. If I'll give you that, you'll be like, okay, step 1 you will do this, step 1 you will apply substitution method. So step 1, calculate the expression x in terms of y. Now put in the second equation, solve for x, you will get y, you will get x. Now put x to get y. This is how you do substitution method. Okay, so this is a procedure. Basically, one by one you can clearly tell the procedure. But there was some limitation in procedural oriented programming if the problem statement is very basic. Just like write a program for prime number. You'll be like, okay, fine, cut, step 1, step 2, step 3, and just write the program, you're done. But the main challenge in procedural oriented programming we used to face was when the problem statement is much more complex and the problem statement is multiple. Suppose you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to do this, you want to do that. If you want to cater multiple things, you want to develop a website, there are multiple features of a website which are interconnected with each other. Data goes from here till here. Okay, so that procedural oriented programming will not be able to sustain that. After that came object-oriented programming. Object-oriented programming mein, what's the difference? The basic difference is that the whole thing, the whole problem, we have divided into small chunks, little bite-sized chunks. And then once the small things are created, we just connect all the things. Okay, I'll show you, you will understand. Okay, so when we will understand everything, now you will be thinking about what is object, what is class, what is method, inheritance. Okay, so one by one. So first of all, let us understand the very important benefit of object-oriented programming. Okay, so suppose you have written a program using procedural oriented programming, and then what happens is, now that piece of programming, that piece of code, you have to like use it in multiple ways, in different ways. Okay, so what will happen, suppose one code and the similar thing you have to use it like 1,000 times. It can happen, there is a requirement. Now you have to write the same code 1,000 times. But object-oriented programming gives the major advantage which is inheritance, which address this issue. So let us read what inheritance is. Inheritance is the major benefit of object-oriented programming. Okay, so basically if you create one thing, if you are creating one thing, here we'll refer it as object. If you create one object and it is having some multiple characteristic, it is doing something, it is solving some problem. Basically if it is solving some problem, so now what we will do is, the idea is to reuse as a common characteristics, and methods may be declared in a base class and inherited by derived class. So basically there will be a base class. Where is how? There is a base class. Base class is like the base class will be the main class. Basically it will be having upper hand in the hierarchy, the first time created class. Now there will be derived class. Derived class means that it will inherit some of the characteristics or properties of the base class. So again, reusability, understood? Okay. Now inheritance improves code organization. Okay. So suppose what happens is, suppose we are not doing this, suppose we don't want to inherit, whenever it is required I am creating a new thing. We are not taking like we are not creating a base class. We can do that. This happens in procedure oriented, that okay, what we are going to do is, okay, whenever it is required I am going to create one more time the new fresh creation. What will happen is, you will be like messed up, your brain, your code will be messed up because you have to write so many lines of code. But suppose if this you have created a piece of code, okay, so created once and you can use it multiple times. Okay, so basically less line of codes, you will understand it and use it once, and then what you can do is you can write and then you will realize, okay, I need it, so you just go and use it. Okay, all right. So yes, so it makes maintenance easier and makes it easier to integrate changes across an application. And also see, from the beginner, like when I was a beginner coder, I also used to think like that. But when I started coding regularly, then I realized that writing code is obviously the important thing. But you know what, it happens that sometimes, many times, client says after like 6 months of writing code, client says ki no, I don't want it, I want a small change in this, and then the developer will be gone ki arey, abhi to I have created this whole code only, now how can I just change? But then in procedural oriented you will be like messed up, but in object oriented, the little change you have to do, that will be easier because you are doing small chunk. So individual chunks are available. So if you are changing here, then it will not impact the other thing. But in procedurally oriented, if you make change here, then whole thing is done. Okay. All right. Now polymorph. So first is inheritance, is the major advantage. Now what is polymorphism? Polymorphism, polymorph. Poly means many, morph means form. So basically created once, again similar thing basically, but one name and many forms. Okay, so polymorphism that enables the objects to exhibit many forms or behaviors depending upon the context or content. Yeah, context. Okay, so this is another benefit of object oriented programming. As a result of polymorphism, developers can create flexible, extensible programs that can manage a wide range of object kinds. This dynamic feature encourages code scalability. Scalability. Okay, what is scalability? So you might have heard about various teaching platforms. You might not be aware that in this market, in the Indian market only, you are seeing maybe individual teachers are teaching, right? So suppose you are taking XYZ classes, ABC classes. Little bit you are aware that these two are having their own applications, but you know what? The owner of the both applications is the same person. Basically what he is doing is, he is just replacing names and giving that website to other, replacing name, giving. So this is also like, this is the, what is this? Basically this is scalability. We have created one thing and now we are distributing to masses. And you know what? This is a best advantage of anything. Suppose if you're creating one product of like 10 rupees and you're selling it to like 10 lakh people, then this is the scalability. So polymorphism enables scalability, adaptability also. So suppose I am a maths teacher, I want to teach maths, I want a system, I want a website, I want an application that will enable my mathematics. I can write, I can draw diagrams. Another one is an English teacher. She has different things. So basically adaptability, that application adapts quickly. Okay, this feature we need to add. Like that. So handling modification. Okay, so again, modifications, very important. Although when we learn programming, when we are at the very beginner level now, we feel ki okay, I'm just learning and I know how to code and I've just created a code. But modification, that frustrates left, right and center for developers. Okay, and addition, simple. Polymorphism makes that feature very, very simple. That is again drawback in procedure oriented programming. Now modularity, module. Okay, so I already told you about this, modules. So the whole program is divided into smaller concept which we call it as module. Okay, so again, to create, to maintain, it is very easy. Suppose, so I'll give you a beautiful example. Have you seen your grandma doing this woolen clothes? So whenever like we have a small cut in that woolen sweater, the whole sweater will go in vain. But so this is what your procedural oriented programming. But object oriented programming, suppose your grandma is like making small chunks of small pieces of sweaters, piece 1, piece 2, piece 3, and what she is doing is all the pieces she's connecting it together. So suppose if you are having one small cut or small burn in this piece, what she can do is she can come and replace this part only now. Otherwise, if whole sweater is like that, same, continue, and there is one cut, tar gone. So this is what your modularity is. Reusability, again, you can reuse that code. You know that I've already told you. Reusability, that means you have to say, you will save time. Encapsulation, okay. So now encapsulation means, by the way, this is very, very important in such companies where integrity is very important. Okay, suppose a government website which is maintaining data of all the Indian people. If a hacker hacks that website, take the data quickly, then what will happen? We all are gone. The data can be used for terrorist activities. And here comes encapsulation. That only shows the like necessary parts to the user. It will not show the important part. Okay, so protects data integrity and privacy by restricting direct access is not allowed and allowing controlled access through methods. Okay, very important, object oriented programming. Flexibility and scalability. So I told you that, again, repeat telecast I am doing, that addition, modification is very easy. Now out of that you have understood this code organization. See, you must have seen that Zepto and Blinkit warehouses. I actually entered one time Blinkit warehouses where they have this huge things. Okay, so I was wondering, I usually order a green tea, and then I order a sanitizer, then I order a bathing soap, then I order a toothbrush, then I order a muffin. I mean, I am ordering very diverse things in my package. I order very diverse thing. I'll be like, that delivery guy go to some place and he'll be like very confused that I'm going picking something else, something very different, then I'm picking something very different. So this diverse thing, the diversity, so I realized that actually they have managed it so well. The organization is very, very pretty good. So basically they have like clearly mentioned the name. Okay, this is the grocery, this is the like eat out, and this is something like cleaning purposes, then makeup, then like, so the organization helps. Otherwise, if they would not have done that, and if they do this ki go take it all the stuff together, then nobody will get delivery in 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Yes or no? So code organization, the importance of code organization is very good. So if you want to be a good coder, no, so it's not that okay, I have like applied my brains, I have just did this and I have given the result. No, you are not a good coder. The good coder is who will be ready for modifications, who will be ready for the adaptability, additions, organization, scalability. Okay, so yeah, so along with that we have to take care of that. Now limitations. Okay, so now ma'am, you are like supporting object oriented programming, it's good, but what are the limitations? Limitation is again whatever was the advantages, similar are disadvantage only. So code maintenance, even though it is better than procedure oriented programming, but still that problem, if you are writing bigger code, the maintenance of the code is again not a very easy task. Okay, so changes, bug fixes can be made into specific objects or classes without affecting other parts of the system, reducing errors and improving debugging. Okay, sorry, this is actually advantages only. Nah, this is advantages. Code maintenance, code reusability, better problem solving. No, this is your limitation. Yeah, this is what your limitations are. So limitation may, as you are already understanding that how it is very difficult to learn object oriented programming. So you have to give years and years to learn object oriented programming in a very good manner, in a very proficient manner. So that's why steeper learning curve. For developers, it is very tedious task to understand this whole object oriented programming. Okay, so this inheritance, polymorphism, making it harder for new programmers and apply them effectively. So do not worry, if you are aiming for a computer science engineer, do not worry. These days you have better techniques, you will learn more efficiently. Okay, then increased complexity. Although the code is modular, although OOP is emphasizing on modularity and code organization, now the larger projects can become more challenging. How come? Because see, if you are having the small sweater patches, and suppose if you have to make a big sheet, a big tent, then just tell me, won't it be very tedious to join the small pieces and make a bigger sheet? So again, that is again a challenge. Performance overload is also one more challenge of object oriented programming. Okay, all right, so I guess we have given enough time, more than sufficient time for this object oriented programming, and I am having a last question from the data structure, highest weighted chapter, data structure, which is this. And I guess the most important question I could see every year, this question was getting repeated, and that is, ma'am, write an algorithm to search an element in an array using binary search. Now for this question is actually for all of those who are like very scared from the syntax. I was that coder in the beginning. I was like, okay, algorithm is clear because my mathematics skills were better, but my language skills were not at all that better. So I always used to write a code, my logic was good, but one curly bracket, that one semicolon, oh my god, I used to get that error. And at that time I never used to like understand that exactly where my error is becoming, where I forgot to apply a curly bracket. So I used to like this chapter a lot. In my engineering times also I used to like this chapter because there is no such programming involved. They just need to write, they just want to write us the algorithm. Okay, so let us understand algorithm to search an element in an array using binary search. Okay, so first of all, in this question, binary search, you have to write an array, you have to take an array. Okay, so this is an array and that will be a sorted array. Sorted means that you have to write all the numbers in increasing order. 5, 7, 9, 13, 32, 33, 42, 54, 56, 88. Okay, so you have to just write it, and now here it will start from 0. Yes, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So basically 10 elements, but the size is You will say 9. It is understood. 9 size means 10 elements, okay? Alright, so this is your array, and basically arrays, how do you write? Let me show you. A of 0 is 5, then A of 1 is 7, and so on. This is how you write, okay? Now how to, and key, that means what is key? So you have to search 33 in your algorithm. Now obviously it is visible that 33 is fifth number index 5 is 33 selected. No, but you can see the array. Now if I just hide this array and then ask you that do this algorithm, even if I change this, it should work for the changed elements as well, okay? Then also it should work. What will be the first step? Okay, so first step will be, first of all you have to start with the mid element. So mid will be start plus end by 2. Okay, so it will be, start is 0, this is starting, starting and ending. 0 plus 9 by 2, approximately 4.5. 4.5 ko you can write 4 and 5, but in computer science rounding off will happen like this. 4, not 5. You will write 4. This is your mid value. Now just tell me, A of mid is what? Ma'am, A of mid means A of 4, fourth position. Fourth position is 32. Now you have to tell me that your key element, you have to compare key element and A mid. So 33 is obviously greater than A mid. 33 is greater than A mid. This is your A mid, right? This is your A mid. So 33, your element is greater than the mid thing. So that means your element will come on the right hand side of this array. So you have to skip 0 to 4, you have to skip. Now you have this array. Let me add. Okay. Now you have this array. Okay, so 0 to mid, because see, you know that your element is greater than mid value. So obviously you will search after the mid value, right? What is mid value? 4. So after 4 there will be 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So only this thing will be left out. Let me just write. It will be 33, 42, 54. And it is 56, 88. Okay. All right. So now your starting point. So can you see your starting point is 5, ending point is 9. So ending will be 9. Ending was 9 in the beginning only, and ending is 9 here also. But starting, can you see? Your starting point was 0 in the beginning. You have only put, right? 0 plus 9 by 2. This time, what you want is your starting to be 5. So start will be mid plus 1, right? So you have skipped the mid thing. Mid, and you have gone one step ahead, mid plus 1. And your mid now, mid will be what? Applying same formula, right? Mid is start plus end by 2. So 5 plus 9 by 2. Start plus end by 2. Okay, start is equals to mid plus 1. So in here, start will be equals to what? Start is 5 then. So this will be 5 plus 9 by 2. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 7. That means mid is 7. Now A mid. Tell me A mid. A mid. A mid is equals to 7. Sorry, A mid is equals to A7. And A7 you know is 54. But this time your 33 is less than A mid. 33 is less than A mid. That means your element, you are searching 33, is on the left hand side of this. It is coming on the left hand side. That means you have to skip this. Obviously, you can't go ahead. Sorted array, it's sorted array only. So you have to skip this, okay? So this time what will you do is only this and this. 5 and 6 will be applicable, 36 and 42. 36 and 42 will be your remaining array. Now you just have to sort in this, okay? Now your starting element is 5, but ending element, what about ending element? Ending element was 9 and ending element now is changed, it is 6. So basically what did you do? Understand. You realize that your mid value is 7. That is 54. So you are discarding these 3 because your 33 is lesser than, it is coming on the left hand side. So you are discarding this. So basically your mid value is 7. And if you subtract 1, if you are discarding this, so you are coming out mid minus 1. End you are changing mid minus 1. Okay. End is mid minus 1. So end will be 6. End is 6. Okay. So now your mid will be start plus end by 2. And this is how you will get 5 plus 6 by 2. This is your 5.5 that I will count as 5. So A mid, that is A5 will give you what? A5 will give you 36. Oops, is it 36? 33, right? 33. I wrote correct. Incorrect. 33. So A5 is 33. Match found. Match found. Now what you need to write it? It is found. So it is found. It is found at index 5. Index 5. Hence, the search is successful. Is successful. You have to write successful. Okay, so by this question we are done with this question as well. Okay, so I know that we have addressed a few questions and your computer science syllabus is huge. So with me I have important questions from all the chapters, across all the chapters. Okay, so this is typical configuration of computer system, right? So this is 1 marker question, 1 marker question. So to understand the 1 marker question, to revise, you can just go through these 5 questions. Most likely it will be there in your midterms. Okay, then this is 2 marker question from the same chapter, 2 marks. Okay, then again this can come in 3 marks. Okay, so yes, 3 marks. All right, now Boolean algebra. Okay, so again 1 marker question. You can see basic what is involution law, what state distributive law, basic questions you have to do it. Okay, and who developed Boolean algebra, these kind of questions. And again prove that. Remember we did this type of question, x plus xy is x. How do you do that? Take x common, 1 plus y equals to x. Now you'll be understanding. This is 1, x equals to x, done. So this is, and this is also the same, you multiply, you will get the answer. Okay, this we did the same thing, you can do it. Okay, so these are the questions from Boolean algebra. Again, the higher end questions, higher marking questions. So 4 or 5 marks question you will get from Boolean algebra. Okay, and then logic gates. So I already told you that truth table, logic symbol, you have to understand. Not operator, not gate, what is truth table, XNOR gate, XNOR gate. So simple question ki XNOR gate ka if A is 0, B is 1, what will be the output? I told you. Okay, the NOR gate, XOR gate. Okay, principle of duality. Give logic symbol and truth table of NOR gate. So you have to do it in NOR gates. Again, higher marker questions. NAND gate, XOR gate, XNOR gate. So do all the gates and they will ask you whatever they want to. The symbols and everything you have to, Boolean expression, everything you have to do in gates. Then data structure, basic, what is a stack, what is an array, what is a queue, what is a binary tree. Linear data structure, you have to like go through all the theory which you need to cover. Then algorithm, you have to write to insert an element in one-dimensional array. Algorithm for linear search also. What we did is binary search. Okay, where is binary search? Algorithm for a binary search. Again, high weightage questions, right? Okay, searching also should be there. Sorting an array, so they can ask you anything. If you understand the logic and how to write in a certain manner, then this data structure will be much easier for you. This is a scoring thing. And OOPS, the advantages of OOPS. What is abstraction? What is high level language? What is a class? Objects. Advantages of OOPS, any one advantage. I told you inheritance, if you write, you'll get full marks, okay? Then again, advantages of OOPS, disadvantages. Explain class objects, data abstraction, explain inheritance, explain polymorphism, difference between procedure and object. This we have studied actually. And 5 characteristics of object-oriented programming. That same thing. Repeat telecast, inheritance, polymorphism, data encapsulation. Okay, like that. Then classes and objects. Okay, and yeah. Function overloading, constructor, and very important question in constructor and destructor. Do this question, that what is a constructor, and explain with the example and with proper syntax, both constructor and destructors. Okay, so yeah, what is a copy constructor? So you can just go through that. Destructor with syntax and example. At least these 2 questions you do. What is a constructor? Syntax and example. Okay, so yeah, I guess I'll be sharing this PDF in the Telegram. I guess you are aware about this. Okay, the Telegram channel of Vedantu Karnataka channel, official channel, and this is my personal Telegram. If you are having any doubts, okay, I'll be sharing this PDF in my channel as well. You can connect with me on my personal Telegram as well. Okay, so I guess we are done with today's session. In case you need more help, do comment on this video. This is me, Namrata, signing off.